So I took a keyboard from sounding like this to this. And I'm gonna show you my process, and don't worry, it was very easy and quite affordable. A little bit of background on my keyboard experience / hobby. I'm very new to the keyboard hobby, and this is my first time modding for a keyboard. So if I could do it, so can you. Aru, Angie here, and today I'm gonna show you how I modded my first keyboard without spending an arm and a leg, because I know keyboard is already a pretty pricey hobby. And on top of that, you gotta spend another $100 to $200 to get new switches, new keycap, and honestly, it feels like ass when you have to buy a board only to realize you gotta spend extra money for modifications. We're gonna do some affordable mods with stuff that's just lying around my house, because I believe that every mechanical keyboard has the potential to sound amazing and feel amazing with just a little bit of extra love, time, and care. And stay till the end of the video because I got a little birthday present for y'all. I'll be using the Chillkey ND75 as my example board. I had the pleasure of testing out this keyboard at my Keyboard Messiah's place, and overall, I was really impressed with the features and the quality of this board at this price point. It is a 75% assembled board, fully CNC aluminum, and it is hot swappable, and it's got a freaking screen for $99. That's a pretty good bang for your buck, if you ask me. I shamelessly reached out to the company and asked for collaboration, which they agreed. So thank you, Chillkeys, for sending me the board. I am very excited to be collaborating with them. I will be linking all the information of this board down in the description box down below. And at the end of the video, I will be giving away the modded board to one of you guys, but more information on that later. Please note that while Chillkeys did send over the board, they did not pay me for this video. They did not tell me what to say in this video. All opinions and experience I have with this board are my own, and they did not review this video before it goes live. Needless to say, they're pretty chill about it. Before I start the video, I do recommend getting the tools that is necessary. I will also be linking some links from Amazon that I've been looking at if you don't know where to get started. Some tools I recommend getting. Tweezers. These will make your life a lot easier, and your mom and girlfriend probably have one somewhere around the house. Lube. I have the Cryotox 205 grade 0 and the Cryotox 105 grade 0. And I also have the syringe form of the Cryotox 205 as well. Some film. This will kind of depend on your switch. They're generally very cheap on Amazon for like $8. A brush. I am using my makeup brush, but you could use any small fine tip brush. A switch station. Not vital, but it will make your life a lot easier. A switch opener, which I got for free as a hand-me-down from my Keyboard Messiah, and a keycap puller. I got my keycap puller for free as well when I bought my Bridge 75. Overall, if you were to purchase these things, they will probably cost around $50. However, this is going to be a one-time purchase in case if you want to mod another board. Okay, now onto the actual video. Let's do a quick sound test for this. I think it sounds pretty good. The first thing I did was to take off some of the keycap and lube maybe like 4 switches to see if lubing the switches makes a huge difference. From what I've read, these are Gateron EF Dopamine Blows linear switch, which I might lube them afterwards. Upon opening, I did find that these are factory lube switches. So if you don't want to lube these switches and save yourself 6 hours of extra work, you don't really need to lube these switches if you don't want to. However, if you want to open up the switch and just go over it with a brush and lube them, I will say it does make a difference. Enough of a difference where I would say it's probably worth the 6 hours of switch looping if you want to, which we will talk about that in a little bit. After fulfilling my curiosity, I did decide to open up the board and see what's inside. See if there's any modifications that I want to do to tailor the sound and feel of this board to my personal preference. On the bottom of the entire thing, there was a foam that I did decide to take out. Now, foams can serve as a sound modifier, which typically dampens or deepens the sound of a board. I did decide to take it out since I want to amplify the sound, but I did run into one issue. Actually, let me take out the foam in the back to see how much the foam makes a difference. Okay, yeah, I could see why they put the foam down now. It's a very thin PCB and it's also a flex cut PCB. Without the foam, like it's so soft. Since I know I want to amplify the sound, I decided to use tape mod, aka a Tempest mod. The tool you would need for a Tempest mod is just blue tape. I stole mine from my parents' garage, so it was free for me. But if you need to go buy some, it is going to be like $12 on Amazon, or you could get some for really cheap at any store. And you will need some trusty dandy tools of nature I got from my mom. This is very easy. This is called a Tempest mod. So all you do is just tape like 3 layers of tape to the back of the PCB, and what it does is it bounces the sound back. So when you type, it amplifies the sound. I think this is a really effective mod that is easy to do, and most importantly, very wallet-coon friendly. Wow, my hands are so shaky from the coffee that I can't even put tape down straight. That is our PCB all taped up. I kind of want to see how it sounds without the foam and just this. If I feel like it needs more support, well, time to find out. Did not do the prettiest job on this, but time to find out. I think it sounds pretty good. Now that we got the tape on the PCB, we have an issue I was running into. The feel still feels really soft, I think, in my opinion. Now, this particular board comes with a 1.2mm flex cut PCB. Personally, I do like the feel of a flex cut PCB. Now, flex cut or no flex cut does come down to personal preference with their own perspective, pros and cons. Flex cut PCB generally give a more soft typing flex feel, but since I took the foam out, there's nothing that would support the PCB on the bottom. The PCB is too soft and too flexy for my liking. So in order to solve that issue, I decided to fill the bottom of the case with some stuffed animal organs. So this is polyfill, basically the stuff that you get if you like commit genocide on a stuffed animal. This is what you will get. So this is stuffed animal organs. I kind of want to stuff some in to see if it could tune the feel. Polyfill mod is very easy to do and it is free. All you need to do is fluff up the polyfill and distribute a thin layer of it all over the bottom of the case. Make sure you don't go ham with it and put too much in because you might have trouble closing the case like I did. Also, you don't want to do this right on top of the PCB because in case if you ever short your PCB, it might catch on fire. My hope is that by stuffing in stuffed animal organs, it will give a nice cushy support to the PCB without altering the sound profile too much. I actually quite like that. It sounds a little poppier. I feel like the feel of it is still a soft feel without the board collapsing on itself. The polyfill was a good move. Also, I did decided to tape the spacebar. I feel like the spacebar is like, I don't know, it sounds a little out of place. So I want to see if taping the spacebar helps. The stock spacebar is fine, but personally, I do like my spacebar to give me some nice, juicy thok, you know? I like a deep sounding spacebar, so when in doubt, tape it out. So I decided to add 2 layers of tape inside the spacebar to see if I could lower the pitch of the spacebar, and I did feel like that helped. At this point, I do feel like the stabilizer was a little bit rattly, just a little bit. So I took some Cryotox 205 in the syringe form and just injected a little bit into the stabilizer. If you're a beginner at modding like me, I would really recommend picking up one of these syringe lube because it made my life a whole lot easier and it is a very easy way to control how much lube you're putting into the stabs. This is my first time doing the stabs. Did I know what I was doing? Kinda. I mean, the YouTube videos are very helpful. I realize I'm not very good at tuning the stabs, but I kind of made it work, I think. Now, the last mod I did was lubing all the individual switch. I think the switches are the trickiest and most time-consuming part of the whole keyboard modding process, but man, it really does pay off. Do I think the switches in the ND75 need to be lubed? Not really. They feel quite smooth and they come pre-lubed as well. So if you don't want to spend an eternity lubing however many switches individually visually. You don't have to, but since I already lubed like 4 switches earlier, I might as well finish the rest. Upon opening the switch, I do see that the bottom housing is actually lubed quite well, but the spring and the stem are a little bit dry. So I want to get them oiled up, you know? So I took a brush with no lube whatsoever and just sticked it into the bottom housing of the switch to spread the lube more evenly. For the stem, I took a light amount of lube and coated the stem evenly, lightly on all 4 sides. Since this is a linear switch, I also decided to lube the leg as well with a thin layer of lube. For the spring, I did decide to use a small baggie and poured just a little bit of Cryotox 105 and violently shake the bag. It is a really fast way to lube a lot of the spring at the same time, and I quite enjoyed this method. Lastly, I did film the switch as well. I am using the Duroc film 0.3 millimeters. These are like $8 to $10 on Amazon for a pack of 120, I think. I will link the exact ones I used down below. Not every switch needs to be filmed, but if the switch rattles a little bit with finger pressure once you close the switch, then it needs to be filmed. Lubing the switch did make quite a bit of difference in terms of the sound, and it made the board overall sound more thocky and deep, which I liked. Also, the switch themselves did feel a little bit smoother to press down. In terms of the difference of feel, it's pretty minimal, but the sound, it did make a pretty big difference. So here's the finished result. After modding this board for 7 hours, I really enjoyed my time with this board. Yes, modding this board did take 7 hours, but it probably would have only taken 1 if I decided not to lube the switch. Overall, I really love how this board turned out, and the modding process was fairly easy with this board. It was really easy to open because of the ball catch system and the magnetic connector. So if you want a reassembled version and not mod the board, I think the stock variation of this board actually sounds pretty good. If you want to make things a little bit spicy, it is pretty easy to work with. If you're looking for like an easy entry board that doesn't break the bank, I would really recommend it. And the best part is that it is on Amazon in case if you don't want to, you know, go through the whole vendor problems. The value you get for the price of this board is really good. Let me talk about the one con I have with this board. Now, I don't know if it's because I'm terrified of any ribbon cables, but I initially did try to detach the ribbon cable from the board because it was honestly just getting in the way. After a few failed attempts, I decided to just leave it alone and just try to work around it, which is not the end of the world by any means. It was just a little tad annoying. Can someone in the comment section down below let me know how to detach the ribbon cable, or if you can even detach the ribbon cable? I don't know. I didn't want to mess with it because I'm terrified of ribbon cables. It's a little intimidating. If you enjoyed today's content and today's video, make sure to give a like, give a sub, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you like the video. As you guys know, I'm typically a gacha gaming content creator, but I have been really addicted to keyboard recently, so I want to share that with you guys. Now, you made it to the end of the video, so let me tell you how you could win this board. I will be hosting a giveaway at Discord, so make sure you join our little Discord community. We would love to have you. Once you are in the Discord, there will be a giveaway channel, and all you have to do is to click one button to enter the giveaway. I'm really excited to see someone love the shit out of this board. This giveaway will be live once this video goes live, and it will last for a week. Please note that this is a US only giveaway. Forgive me, EU folks. Thank you to Chillkeys once again for making this video happen. I will be listing all the information in regards to the ND75 down in the description box down below, in case if you want to check them out. If you're an Amazon shopper, I will also be linking the Amazon link for this board down below. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to hit the subscribe for more Keep and Gacha content. Appreciate y'all for being here, and it's time for me to peace!